So on Pat McAfee today, he talked about the subject that I think a lot of people just kind of already have a determined mindset on. And no, it's not the PI call because it was a pass interference. I don't really care at this point. It was PI. It's over with. Anthony made a mistake. Joseph Asai came out and said, hey, don't let one mistake, determine everything. The game's over with. We lost. It's whatever. Shout out to the Chiefs. They won. We lost it ourselves. We shouldn't have fun with it for 6. We should have went for 2 and not win for 1. Games like that, they come down to simple mistakes. And simple mistakes will dictate a lot of things. But the question was, do the referees cheat for the Chiefs? And I think it's this guy, Butler, who does say that the reason why people hate the Chiefs is because they are a successful team. And people hate success. And he brings up the Patriots and why people hated the Patriots. So I do want to go ahead and just talk about that real fast. The reason why people hate the Patriots, yes, there are some people who hate the Patriots and have hated the Patriots because Tom Brady was successful and Bill Belichick was successful. But the reason why I hate the Patriots personally, I've always hated the Patriots, number one is their fan base. Boston fans are absolutely insufferable. You can't talk to them. They are, for the most part, absolutely the worst fan base on earth. Whether it is the Celtics or whether it is the Boston Red Sox or it is, of course, the New England Patriots. They're absolutely insufferable. Okay, that's the first reason why a lot of people hate the Patriots and have hated the Patriots for a very long time, is because their fan base is insufferable. Number two, the reason why people have hated the Patriots for a long time is because they had Bill Belichick. And this is not a rumor, this is not a speculation, the Patriots cheated. The Patriots have cheated many, many times. We're not talking about just with the refs. We're talking about with the Spygate, Deflategate, not Bountygate. Bountygate was the Saints. But, they spied on practices. Like, this is something that is known, okay? And usually people don't like it when a team cheats. Wow, that's a wild concept, right? We don't like the fact that teams cheat. It has nothing really to do with their success. Yes, it was annoying that they were successful, but hey, listen, they got Tom Brady, one of the best coaches of all time. You're going to be a very successful team. I don't think people had as much problem with their success as they did as how their team operated, where they were sneaky. They obviously got a lot of positive, calls by the refs, and way more positive calls, I feel like, than the Chiefs have gotten. Like, in all honesty, yes, it is true. I think the Chiefs get more calls than other teams, but it's nothing like the Patriots. It's nothing. I mean, it was egregious. They had to change an NFL rule because the Raiders beat the Patriots, and then they had to do the tuck rule crap. So, again, this is why we hate the Patriots, okay? This is why a lot of people have hated the Patriots for a long time. It's nothing really to do with their success. We don't hate their success. If they're a successful team, whatever. But if they're insufferable, if they're successful, if they're, cheating when they're successful, if the referees are favoring them when they're successful, this is going to cause people to dislike you, okay? Just how it works. That's the Patriots aside. The referees, do they cheat for the Chiefs? I think the referees will call things that are more in favor of the Chiefs that won't be called for other teams. I wouldn't say 100% that they're looking to cheat in aspects. Like, they're not looking out there saying, oh, what can we call in this drive that could, that could cause what could we call this drive that could give the Chiefs a touchdown? Or what could we call in this drive to give the Chiefs a free first down? They're not looking for things to give the Chiefs first downs and move the chains. I don't think they are. I don't think any of these things are premeditated. They're not going into a game thinking, okay, if it's close, we're going to call pass interference no matter what. What they do is, and they do this for the Chiefs, but they don't do it for other teams as much. There are some teams they do, but not many, is that if something could go either way, they will push it toward the Chiefs' side. That's just how it works. And if they, quote unquote, might not see something if it's against the Chiefs or hurt the Chiefs. If it's blatant, I think they're going to call it. If it's not blatant, chances are they're not going to call it. If it's something that could be, oh, we missed it, they'll miss it. But I don't think they go out of their way and think, oh, look, let's watch this play right here. I'm going to call a pass interference before the play is hyped. I don't think even during the play they think about it. I think if they just favor in a certain way, certain teams. So if it's the Bengals, and let's say, for example, there's a pass interference call. Not this one right here. This is pass interference. I don't care, Chiefs fans. Stop complaining. My point is, if let's say the opposite point of view. This is a good example. If it's the opposite side, and we are on 4th and 16, and we're trying to get a first down, and that was Jamar Chase out there versus Trent McDuffie on the catch, would they have called pass interference if it was the opposite side? I don't believe they would. I do not believe they would call it if it was flipped and it was them on the other side and us going for the ball. I think they would have said, nope, incomplete, and the whole crowd would have been going crazy happy, and we would have saw the end of the game, and we would have been sitting here saying, that's pass interference. But the fact is, they wouldn't have called it. They called it for them, they wouldn't have called it for us. Now, if it's a non-Chiefs game, and it's just two regular teams, Ravens, and let's say, I don't know, the Bills, they probably are going to call that 50-50. Like, sometimes they're going to call it here. There are teams, I believe, that the referees do not like. We fall in that category. When they see this helmet right here, they will call negative stuff rather than if they call this helmet right here, which is a Rams helmet. This is Steven Jackson. They will call that positive, this negative. Okay, that's what I truly believe when it comes to referees. I don't think they go out of the way to cheat for the Kansas City Chiefs. I think what they do is they see a situation and they will be more biased to push the needle toward their side. And again, you might say, well, that's technically cheating. To a certain degree, I don't think it's cheating. I think it's, I guess you could say it's cheating. It's swaying the needle. And I think that's what they do. They don't premeditate things. They don't go into it thinking, we're going to call a holding call this drive because it's the Bengals' game-winning drive. They don't do that. Now, if it's close and they see a hold, they might be amped to call it, but it would still be in technicality according to the rulebook. Now, there are times they have called in the past different fouls for the Chiefs that shouldn't have been penalties, meaning that it's in favoring the Chiefs, and they shouldn't have called them. Absolutely. It seems like they will mess up more times for the Kansas City Chiefs than other teams, but they don't do it to a egregious, point of view. So, to the point, do they cheat for the Kansas City Chiefs? I will say no, but I think they get swayed to be more proactive and more in a positive angle for the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, again, you could look at that as, well, the NFL wants the Kansas City Chiefs to be successful. Patrick Mahomes makes a ton of money. He is helping out the NFL to, make more money. There are Taylor Swift, that's connected. Travis Kelce, Andy Reid, obviously. So, yes, there are situations you could see why the NFL would be more amped to help the Kansas City Chiefs. And I truly do believe they do. I think they help them. I don't think they cheat for them. So, I think that's really what it comes down to at the end of the day. Now, putting up this poll, going back to this poll where I started this video off, I think right here, again, was that pass interference? The question is, yes. No matter what you say, and I said this last time in my video, people don't understand this, clear black and white. Anthony did pass interference. 100%. That's not a question. The statement is, and I said this in my video, people really didn't understand this. A lot of Chiefs fans didn't understand this concept. It's just there are certain times you don't call things, and you do. Okay? If you're calling the whole game, where every single time someone gets pushed or pulled or whatever, it's pass interference, okay. Right? You call it. If you're not, and in that game, there was a pass interference call against Chase, where the guy held Chase and they called PI, whatever. But it wasn't like the whole game that was the flow. There's a flow of the game, and you can tell when the referees are being a little crazy, a little extra flag happy, and when they're not. If it's going that way, then yes, there should be a flag, right? But if it's not, and it goes against the flow of the game, I think that's a problem. Now, to some people said, to the third one here, which is, and there are some people that are just Chiefs haters, what's it called? And it is what it is. But can't call that. There are times on Hail Marys, right? When you have a Hail Mary end of the game, you throw it up, or for the Ravens fans in the crowd, the Run Mary. I think that's what Lamar did yesterday at the end of the game. He does not do well fighting running back allegations. Last play of the game, you could call a Hail Mary, and this guy runs the ball. He does not go against the running back allegation very well. But my point is that when you call a Hail Mary, right, there's pushing and shoving. There is. And if you watch any Hail Mary, you call up any Hail Mary possible, watch it all the way through, watch the end zone. There's pass interference. There is exactly what you saw on that play right there. There is that all the time on Hail Mary plays. 1,000%. Is it pass interference every single time? 100%. Do they call it on Hail Mary plays? They do not. That, I think, is really the argument. There are people saying it's not pass interference at all, and I think that's wrong. I think it is pass interference. But the thing is, it's Hail Mary plays, they don't call that penalty. And that's the biggest issue, I would say, when it comes to, that final play. Is, do they call it on Hail Marys? No. Is that in sense a Hail Mary? In a way, yes. It's 4th and 16, you're throwing the ball up. I don't know. Like I said, it is pass interference. It's a good call because it is pass interference. It just, I think to that point, that's why it says, but you can't call that. Because it's like a Hail Mary type play. Anyway, tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. I'll see you guys next one.